Well, see? OJ saved a little kitty cat. Therefore, he couldn't have done it. The Towering Inferno, released in 1974 and is directed by John Guillermin, who's also behind such films like I Was Morty's Double, Tarzan's Greatest Adventure, Never Let Go, Tarzan Goes to India, King Kong, Death on the Nile, and King Kong Lives. And this film has a who's who of a cast of Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, William Holden, Faye Dunaway, Fred Astaire, Susan Blakely, Richard Chamberlain, Jennifer Jones, Robert Vaughn, Robert Wagner, and O.J. Simpson, which I stand by. Since he saved the little adorable kitty cat in this movie, there is absolutely no way that he could have committed those murders. And the reason why we're talking about the Towering Inferno today is because it was I don't know what that was, but it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a big contributor and supporter of this channel, Jeremy Pape. Thank you very much for this recommendation, a movie that I'm well aware of, but God, like all these recommendations I'm getting this year, I've never seen this movie before. And I know this is a classic. It was nominated for Best Picture this year, and it set the standard for disaster films going forward from this movie. We have to have our characters face impossible odds of escaping, but we also have to have passionate love stories and love connections in here, so that if one of them goes down, oh, it's just so heartbreaking. It brings tears to your eyes. It's so sad. So thank you very much, Jeremy, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Jeremy Pape and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can scan the QR code that's in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation. And if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Jeremy Pape here. Doug Roberts is the greatest architect in the world, and he has returned to San Francisco for the dedication of his latest building called the Glass Tower, that is ran by a swarmy business person who also employed his son-in-law to do all the silly mechanical decisions, and of course the decisions that he made led to the disaster that we're about to get. Apparently he saved a whole bunch of money by buying cheap wiring, which, because all of the lights are being turned on tonight, start a huge fire midway up the tower, so that all of the residents and all of the wealthy white people that are up on the top floor are unable to escape and will probably die. So now it's up to Fire Chief Michael O'Halloran to rescue all the people, put out the fire, and save the day. I think kids today probably wouldn't realize just how big of a deal it was to have both of these actors in an action film or a suspenseful film like this, but yeah, Steve McQueen and Paul Newman in the same movie, like, that's a big frickin' deal, especially for the 70s. And this movie doesn't disappoint. It keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time, although there are some aesthetic choices that they made in, like, the residence area of this movie that I'm like, glad we got away from that here in 2025. That carpeting, the wall coloring, the furniture, just, no, not my aesthetic. But once the disaster starts hitting and you see our characters just trying to figure out, okay, how can we get down? How can we get these people out of the tall suite? We're gonna zip line them one at a time down to a closer skyscraper, which that had to have been a hell of a ride if this was happening in real life. Paul Newman's trying to save a couple of kids with their nanny, which is a classic trope that probably started from this movie and other disaster films that have preceded. You have to have the protagonist or one of the protagonists have to care for and get some kids out of the danger zones. That way, we're like, oh, well, this guy is great because he's helping the children. Although O.J. Simpson in this movie, again, does save an adorable kitty cat, so, you know, who's the protagonist here, people? But I love the obstacles that they have to overcome, and then Steve McQueen being the fire chief, making all these decisions, organizing all these people. Like, this character goes through a lot, and once he accomplishes what is seemingly an impossible task in saving majority of these people, then he has to do the next thing. The next problem comes along, and then he has to do that, and then he has to do another thing, and another thing. Towards the end, you just feel for this guy, and you can sense that he is getting to the point where he's just so exhausted and he's so tired that, yeah, the final thing that we have to do, we have to do this or the building is just going to collapse. And I'm to the point now where I could die and that'd be fine. I'm just so tired. It's the mark of a true heroic protagonist. I love it. Another aspect that I loved about this film is that there are true stakes here. if you have a name to yourself, or if you are a featured actor or a featured actress in this movie, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are making it all the way to the end. This movie will have you spend time, a lot of time, with characters. Whether it's a man or a woman, doesn't matter, everyone is fair game here. They're going along, sometimes it seems like they're okay and they're safe, but then all of a sudden, like an elevator falls, or fire just erupts out of nowhere in the room that they're in, they can't get out, and they die. I love it when a movie does that, when it doesn't treat, oh, you're a big name, so we have to have you have all these dramatic moments and these dramatic monologues, or we have to give you so much amount of face time in a movie. I love it when a director takes one of those famous actors and goes, hey, you're dying in this movie, and it's not going to be one of those Oscar-baity, Oscar-worthy deaths. The elevator's just going to shake a little bit, and you're going to fall to your death, and that's it. We'll never see you again. I feel bad for that character, because it's like, oh no, you deserve to live, but that's just life, and I love how realistic that is. These disasters, whether they're natural or man-made, these disasters don't care your fame status, and if you should get a dramatic moment before you die. No, you're just gonna die. I appreciate that. I'm not calling for the death of people in my movies or in real life at all. Please don't twist my words around. I'm just saying, from a story aspect, I appreciate it. The Towering Inferno is an excellent disaster film that still holds up today. I am not a firefighter, so I am not going to comment on the believability of how the firefighters attacked the fire of this building to see if that would have been the appropriate methods to take. There are probably some YouTube reaction videos out there from real-life firefighters that I'm probably going to look up after I'm done recording this, because I would love to hear from them and see, like, how believable is this? And the methods that they use, is that, you know, it's kind of crazy, kind of out there, but would that be a possibility if this were to happen in real life? This film is great, has great action, has great dramatic moments. Fred Astaire is a character in this movie, and he is not singing and dancing. I guess he dances a little bit, you know, at the party, because he's dancing with the lady. It's kind of cute. But Fred frickin' Astaire is in this film. Like, that's frickin' awesome. And this movie is awesome. You should see it. I'm gonna give The Towering Inferno 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good.
So guys, if you've seen The Towering Inferno, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you'll know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.